Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Inside the Vandals. I'm Madison McCord. This is Idaho men's coach Don Verlin. Coach, good to have you here. It's another split for you. We've had to seem to have a few of them here. Could be worse, though, right?
Yeah, exactly right. I played a very good Utah State team who came in here on Thursday night and played very well. And then, to rebound and have a good win versus a San Jose State team who has been playing up and down, but it was good to get a win, good to get the split after we lost the first one. So happy with where we're at in conference play. Now we got to make a little push as we get ready for the conference tournament.
We talk about Thursday. It was an opening loss here for the Vandal men as they fell 77-67 to Utah State, a team a team that everyone here at Idaho knows. It's really been a consistent storyline with you, Stu Morrill, the entire program. What went wrong in that game, and maybe what went right as well?
Well, I tell you, they did a great job. They had a great game plan. They did a really nice job of changing their defenses, kind of got us out of sequence early in that basketball game, was able to get an early lead. We were able to fight back and make it pretty close at half. It's a pretty close ball game in the second half. They get their spurt. We're not able to respond to it. They end up beating us by 10. But I thought Utah State had a great game plan. They did a great job of taking away Steve Madison and Kyle Barone. And they just played very, very well. As Coach said after the game, best game they had played in a couple months. And you got to give the credit to them. They came in and rose to the occasion. They had lost 4 in a row, and they just played very, very well here on Thursday night.
You talk about those 4 losses in a row. Last week's show, we talked with you about Utah State and the loss of Preston Medlin and Keyshawn Reed. Then they get Jared Shaw to come into this basketball game. 27 points, 12 of 15 shooting, incredibly efficient. Talk about the player he's really becoming.
Well, he's a good player. Transfer from Oklahoma State. He's always been a very good player. And I was really worried about that game because when they lost Keyshawn, they went big and they played big boy basketball. We knew they were going to do that. But with Jordan Stone and Matt Lopez, both very big, very strong, very physical, and really what they did to us the other night was beat us up on the glass. Even though they shot a high percentage, we only missed 18 shots, and I think they got 6 or 7 or 8 of them back in that basketball game. And it's hard to win when they shoot that kind of percentage and then get that many offensive rebounds.
And then maybe the other key, which has been a trademark of Idaho basketball, is strong defense, good field goal percentage defense. This maybe wasn't one of those nights as Utah State shoots 60%.
Yeah, that was the difference in the game. They did a great job. They did a great job exposing us. They did a great job, and they made a bunch of shots. I mean, they had some guys, the Rowan kid come off the bench that only made 10 3-pointers all year, makes 2 huge threes to kind of spark their run in the second half. They had some guys step up and make some great plays, and we weren't able to respond to it.
It sure isn't all negative, though. It never is. 4 Vandals in double figures, led by Connor Hill, Stephen Madison, each with 14. Connor, 4 of 7 from deep against Utah State. Talk about the sophomore's development, not only from when he came to Moscow, but in this season alone.
Yeah, Connor's really getting better, no question about it. And it's all attributed to his hard work. He works extremely hard, especially shooting the basketball. He had a great weekend shooting the ball, and it's what's expected of him. It's what's expected of our 2 guards in our program, and very happy with the way Connor has played, really throughout this whole WAC season and all year. He's had a nice sophomore year.
And then lastly here on Utah State, one key thing always with these 2 teams is atmosphere. Whether it's in Logan and you get obviously the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum at full capacity, or here Thursday in the Cowan Spectrum. It may look gold behind us now, but it was a whiteout. Talk about the student section and just the overall atmosphere that was brought.
Yeah, it was great to have the students here. I thought it was our best crowd of the year, our most energetic, no question about it. Wish we could have rewarded them with a win.
And now let's go ahead and move to Saturday, where you did reward them with a win, 66-63 against San Jose State here at home. Overall thoughts on that one against the Spartans?
Played very, very well in the first half. I juggled the lineup a little bit, started my seniors. I thought they came out with a lot of energy, a lot of urgency. We jump out to a 13-point halftime lead, and then you got to give San Jose State some credit. They just whooped our tail on the boards in the second half. We yielded 16 offensive rebounds. Very fortunate to come away with the win, but very happy that we were able to do that because we really needed that win. It puts us 2 games up on that 6th spot in conference play, and that's huge for conference tournament seeding. And we can talk about that at a later time. But I was happy with the way our guys, even when the game started to turn, the momentum started to turn, we were able to get some big stops, we were able to make some big shots and find a way to beat San Jose State. And
you talked about changing that lineup. The first time you've done so in WAC play, Stephen Madison came out, Mansa Habib came in. You played all 4 seniors in there. Mansa Habib 8 points in the first half. Is that the spark plug that you were looking for?
Well, I thought he gave us a good spark plug. I thought he added some urgency. I thought Wendell Faines played very well, 9 rebounds. Even though he didn't score his ball, I thought he was the difference for us, helping us rebound the basketball. And I was happy with the way both seniors responded to their chance. Not all the time do you get a chance, and then if you get that chance, can you take advantage of it? And he did that. Both those guys did that on Saturday night.
And now we talk about that Idaho defense once again. It's the flip side this time. 60% field goal percentage allowed against Utah State, 32 against San Jose.
Played very well defensively. Played about as good as we'd played in a long period of time defensively, and we did that both times versus San Jose. Yielded too many threes. I thought San Jose did a great job of making 3-point goals. They hadn't been making a whole bunch of them. They make 11 that game. The disappointing thing came with the rebounding, and we didn't rebound the ball well enough. But our defense, since we're talking about that, was very good on Saturday night.
Now, Coach, it isn't all sunshine sometimes in this game. It was a little interesting, to say the least, at the end here. No basket for the Vandals, no field goal in the final 5.5 minutes of the game. You guys do shoot 10 of 12 from the charity stripe, allow San Jose to slowly get back into it. How do you continue to make sure you guys keep leads and play a full 40-minute game?
Well, that's a good question, and you just got to keep working at it. Keep experiencing those things. Keep executing, watch your tape, figure out what you did right, what you did wrong, try to make sure you do the things properly at the end of the game, execute at the end of the game. It's a number of things that go into it. If there's one thing, you could fix it real easy, but it's not. It's a variety of things, and your personnel is always different. So what we try to do is just manage the game the best we can going down the stretch. And one thing San Jose did is they turned up the heat a little bit and fouled us, and we made our free throws, and that's something we've done pretty well in MAC play.
Awesome. Well, this is Idaho coach Don Verlin. We're going to come back with him in just a minute and talk about the upcoming games this week as you guys hit the road down to Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Denver right here on Inside the Vandals.